Hello, welcome to another video. This is new format. I want to record some work processes. And today I have three topics. One is to prepare materials for my a new series of articles, which will be about Go language as a backend and React Next.js as a frontend. If you're not familiar with Next.js, I'm also quite new to Next.js. I'm trying to use it for one of my projects, and I really like it. And I have another idea, which is make video version of their documentation. Because this is really very well organized documentation. So I think I will enjoy doing this video in video format. But anyway, what I have right now, I have first step of this video, which will be tutorial. And then this step is about I have a backend and I have a front end in Next.js and backend in Go. Let me show you very quickly. Sorry, post stories. I think it's AWS. So and I need to set up a structure in a way. Dart and would like to recommend settings for Dart and Flutter. Yeah. So I usually use my NeoVim editor, but for tutorials, for videos, Visual Studio Code is more reliable, more interesting to use. More easy for viewers. But anyway, so in terms of backend, this has a very simple Go file. I use this framework, Gorilla MUX, MUX, and which returns very simple endpoint. You send your name and it echoes back with a name and message, which is string format. And this echo frontend, which is, as I said, is Next.js. I have very simple pages. This is and what it does, it calls my backend on every call and returns what basically backend says, and then print it on a screen. Interesting part about this, I will talk about this in tutorial, in related tutorial. But interesting part about this is this happens on a server. So basically, when you get to your front end, this is already rendered, so it's not happening on client side, which is I really like about this. So maybe I can run it, so I can present. So let me open another. Okay, so So this tool that I use for recording, it has some keyboard bindings that conflicts with my which conflicts with my iTerm settings. So let me do it from here. I always confuse vertical with horizontal, so I want to be here. Yeah. So on second tab or pane, I will open echo Next.js, which will be our front end. Let me see what I have. for starting, so it's called dev. Okay, so npm from dev. So this will start our backend front end. So and then I can go to my front end and start backend. So I will go to my backend and start backend. So now I have backend running on this port. I have front end running on this port. So let me open them. So this is our front end. If I go to echo and type my name, so this is a format. It will send this to backend and return my response. And this is how backend works. So localhost, it was 8, I guess. Echo. So what was 8001? 001. Yeah. And then for backend, it's a bit different. So you immediately provide your name. Let's say Canan, or I say put it on social media, Canan. So this is this response, JSON response from backend, and this is what it does here. So let's say Canan. This will call backend, get the response, and based on the response, it will generate this front-end page. And the interesting part about this front-end page is if I inspect, you see that this is already rendered. So maybe for new beginners it will be a bit hard to understand, but what's happening here is so what I have here basically, so this is usually when you use React, you get this on a client. So first your application opens on a client in a browser, and then you have you have your React application making a call, and then you render your application. It's okay, but where I want to use this, I want to use it in codekn.com, and here I have I want these items to be immediately on client. And one of the reasons for this, because for this website I have some optimizations for search engines, very little, not so professional, and I want them search engines to immediately see content of my website. When you have React, it's a bit different for search engines. I believe I can show you Google search JavaScript. They have JavaScript SEO basics. Yeah, they have a very nice explanation of this. If you are interested, read this. The thing is, if you have dynamic rendering, some search engines, Google will still try to index it, but it will not happen in the first stage, as I understood from this documentation. But if you are interested, please read this. So this is my first thing. I mean, this project, I'm gonna publish some part of it on YouTube, but I'm thinking about this. It will be some kind of course that I want. I want it to be my first paid course, but the whole process, all the details will be anyway on YouTube or on Facebook. So you will still get the idea, as I did now. But when it becomes a final course, it will be without any other topics. It will just a topic of this Go backend and NextJS or React frontend and nothing else. So basically, course format will be cleaned from everything else. It will be just a course. And what I have as a next step, since I'm trying to restore my YouTube publishing, I defined a few formats that I think will be useful for you guys, for my followers. One of them is this format, when I just have daily videos, maybe a few times a day, just to show some progress, just to discuss some items. Another format will be just like a documentation format, where I will just, for example, if I'm talking about Next.js, it will be a video version of their documentation. So it will be, I hope it will be easier for people to get started with these frameworks. And I'm planning to cover JavaScript, Python, Go, and mainly these three languages for now. And then third one, where I will do some real-world example projects, real-world projects. I will take some ideas and deliver this project end-to-end with a website, service, backend, frontend, and everything, and explain the whole process in a format of videos, and then put it on some. This third one will be paid content, because this takes a lot of time for me. But I still have a hope that maybe I just recently opened my Patreon. So if you are interested to support me, if I get enough support, maybe I can do also this part free, but not for beginning. Yeah, I believe I can just open. So yeah, if you are interested, you can support me, and maybe when I get more time, I can do also this type of videos for free. But for now, first two types of the videos will be free for everyone, and third part will be paid content by me. I'm still in a process of thinking how I want to form it finally, but let's see. So this is my Patreon. Check it and let me know what you think. And I guess for this one, I will keep it short. Maybe today I have one more video. I want to publish this project. I want to give it name, and then start making a course out of it. So I want to share this part also in daily update video. For now, as always, thanks for watching, and see you in next video. Bye bye.